This is chapter 18 of Zane and the Hurricane, Come Hell and High Water. After paddling like mad for a mile or so, Mr. True takes a pause, sliding the canoe out of sight between a couple of half-sunk cars and a building that was turned sideways by the flood. Branches reach out of the water from drowned trees, some of them with leaves still green, as if a crazy junkyard jungle has started to sprout from down below. We haven't said barely a word, none of us, since we made our getaway, but Mr. True is trying to decide about something. It feels like we're all stuck between 1 second and the next and can't take a breath until the clock ticks over. Finally, he goes, "Darling, time we told this young man the truth about what he got himself into." Melvina avoids looking at me. Instead, she fusses over Bandy and scratches his ear. The little dog whines like he's trying to understand why all the humans are acting so stiff and weird, and finally goes, "It's okay. Really, it's none of my business." "You part of it now, like it or not," Mr. True insists. "Melvina?" She folds her skinny arms across her chest. "My mom got arrested and sent to rehab," she announces in a flat voice, staring out at nothing. "She's an addict." "She's gonna beat it this time," Mr. True says softly. "That's what you always say." "Have faith in your heart, darling. Your mama loves you more than anything." Melvina shrugs like she's heard this all before and it can't touch her anymore. "Rehab doing its work. Your mama getting well. You see." Melvina looks away. "That man back at the school, Dylan Toomey," Mr. True says. "He a local drug boss. Like you say, he do Melvina's mom a few favors, giving her drugs is a favor. And when she got arrested in possession and they send her to rehab instead of jail, might be he worried she say something to the police about his business." "My mama ain't no snitch," Melvina says defiantly. "She do the world a favor to lock up that gangster like him, and you know that, darling." He glances at me. "So, Zane, you understanding why we leaving? Why we had to make our run?" I shake my head. "Not exactly. I mean, he's a scary looking dude and all, but he seems like he was trying to help us." Mr. True nods. "Oh, I can see how it might appear that way to you. But he intends to help himself, not us." "By giving us food and shelter?" He shakes his head. Nah, no gift. Man don't give nothing away. Always a price. Dylan Toomey, he worried. If Melvina's mama has a choice between going to prison and coming home to her child, she'd choose her child. She love you, darling. The heat and the stench of the floodwaters make our eyes sting, so I can't be sure if Melvina is crying or just blinking away the sweat. True sighs and says, "If Toomey gets a hold of Melvina and keep her under his evil eye, then her mama don't dare say nothing to nobody about his criminal ways. See, he own a bunch of 14-year-old boys dealing his dope on the corner. Melvina's mama know all the names of every boy. What you think happened to Dylan Toomey when the police hear that? You understand now?" "Yeah," I say, "and I sort of do. I promised her mama I'd keep her safe, come hell or high water." "High water already come, but I'm trying to keep us safe as I can. Melvina?" No answer. From the set of her mouth, it's obvious she's done talking. She sits as still as can be, like a carved mermaid on the bow of a boat, a skinny black mermaid with electric hair and salty tears dripping down her chin. Mr. True paddles us out into the harsh sunlight as the afternoon, resuming the quest for dry land and a safe place to stay. "Zane Dupree, guess you figured out by now you didn't get rescued by no Red Cross." "All right."